It's hard to live that life. But I know it's only 2 days in. But just kind of, I mean, what are your sort of impressions or reflections of camp so far?
Well, again, I think we've a lot of guys are back, and they've done a nice job in the weight room. We're stronger. They understand what we want to do. There's a lot of energy. A lot of the guys that were leaders are back, and they're better leaders, and they're setting a higher standard. So we had a great winter. I think they could always be better, but man, it wasn't pulling teeth. They were working hard, and we gave everybody a target weight to weigh an X amount before spring ball, and everyone on their team was on their target, whether you were cutting a few or gaining weight. So again, their commitment, everything's going good, and we've had two. I mean, it's not no pads. We're not perfect. We got a lot of work to do. We've had 2 really good days of practice. It's year 3. They've been doing a lot of throwing on their own, so it doesn't look like the first day or second day of practice. I mean, it looks pretty crisp. So we're getting stronger. We're more mature. We got some solid leaders. We understand the standard, and we've had a nice start.
You have Roundtree over at wide receiver. What was with that move with him?
He was there at the end of the season, really. And he can always play some hybrid and come back because it's easy to do that. But it's just trying to get him on the field, a little bit more depth, and then he can always be a receiver as you're playing, moving him back and forth. We didn't get to that today, but he'll have a role of doing that. We ended the year with him playing running back, going to receiver, but he actually spent the last 4 or 5 weeks with the receivers. We had a little package of running back for him to try to bring. So he's, if we had an issue, we could always bring him back. But we signed a couple kids coming in, so we'll have good depth there. Let's just get a little more depth at receiver.
What's it? You talked about some of the new guys. Obviously, 3 new guys out here: Simmons, Funderburg, Heiderman. I mean, sort of what are your early impressions of them?
They look okay, but it's kind of hard to tell when you don't have no pads. So, and their heads are spinning, I'm sure. Language, what to do, where to line up, what's the call, what's my assignment, etc. But they've, for young guys, have gotten off to a good. I think one of the hardest things to do is just graduate early. I'm not a huge fan of it. The junior college mid-year guys, intriguing that way, but when you come in by yourself, friends are already made. Who are you friends with? These freshmen have been working since June, so they're in shape to a certain standard. You're showing up, you're not at that standard, so you get isolated a little bit. And I've seen a lot of guys struggle mid-year. These 3 guys have done okay. They got a lot of work to do, but they'll be in the mix, and they should be in. They probably will find their way on the field in some degree next year. We'll see. Hadn't hit a soul yet. We'll see.
How you feel Trey's been looking the first couple days of practice?
Good. They all look good. He's doing well. Again, he's had 0 limitations of workouts. So he does all the lifting, does all the running. I think the more he does, the stronger he gets, the more confident he gets. He's not quite full speed. And I think if we were playing, they wouldn't want him to get hit on it right now. It's a little bit more secure, but you see him, he's not limping, he looks okay.
Where do things stand, I guess, with the linebacker job, basically, and what have you guys had to do just to, who's kind of handling those guys, I guess, at this point?
We're kind of, when I came here, I put 5 guys on defense, and I was going to be one of the 5 coaches helping the offense. My background, Coach Walker was an offensive guy. Most people have 5 offensive coaches. So with Coach Walker's time, we had 6 on offense, 4 on defense. When I went to Oklahoma, Coach Stoops was a defensive coach. It was 5 and 5. When I came here, I put 5 guys on defense. So even though we're down 1, we got some eyes and voices and all that. We have 2 guys in the back end with Coach Mallory, Coach Shelby, 2 guys up front with Coach Fabris and Coach Patton. Our 2 GAs both play linebacker. One was working with the position last year, one this year. So right now, short term, they're handling that. And my thought process was I was going to take the time to get the right person versus having someone by the first day of practice. It wasn't about having a good first practice. It was getting the right fit long term. We've had a couple guys we're talking to seriously, and we hope to maybe, whether it be next 1, 2, 3 days, have a direction. Although sometimes maybe that doesn't go public because from the HR standpoint, we got to get background check and get university consent to hire someone. But the plan is hopefully to have somebody here next 1, 2, 3 days, whether that's official and public, but the goal would be to get somebody here for Tuesday or Thursday. We'll see if that happens.
Have you decided if you want that person to be co-coordinator as well?
Depends. That's a little bit with Doug. I mean, sometimes, sometimes those are titles, where what does it mean? And other times, there's really true assignment work. I think that'll be with the person. Sometimes that person maybe needs that from a career deal because it looks good. But then, what's your job? What's your role? What are you doing? And that'll be I'm trying to get someone that that Doug feels good about, that I feel good about. I don't want someone sitting in, because as a coach, even though I'm the head guy, I like to spend most of my time with the offense. So I don't want to put someone that I like that doesn't fit him. Same time, it is working for our program. I want to make sure I'm good with it. So some guys I know, maybe he doesn't. Some guys he knows, maybe I don't. We're just kind of working out who we feel the right. We got some very intriguing, very strong candidates. I think we'll land a quality. Someone will be very, very good for us.
Is there a particular, I guess there are particular keys. What are the particular keys you want to see by the time spring practice is over that need to happen?
I'd like to see about 78 degrees. Grass mowed tight on the greens.
Good luck on that.
And right, Don? Yeah. I'd like to see those dogwoods blooming. Azalea's looking good. My allergies kicking up a little bit. That'd be good. That'd be a good end of spring. There's different phases, and we've done good 2 days, but it's just 2 days. We had a good winter. But you can't have a good season if you don't keep building. Right. And so the deal is, are we mature enough? Just keep coming to work every day, keep competing, and not take it personal. Don't ride the wave, don't go up and down. One of the issues we still have are players really knowing how great teams, great players prepare. So it's guys understand how to come to work, bring the energy, learn from mistakes, and just keep growing as a family and as a team. So I don't know if you noticed, we did a long segment today of what we call Big Ten, where because our offense doesn't match the Big Ten, our defense needs to play Big Ten football. And that being said, we were basically running plays that fit the Big Ten. Not every Big Ten team, but a lot of Big Ten football teams. So we got a lot of things to do. We need to be a lot more physical in defense. We need to understand we're cleaning some schemes. Offensively, we got to be more efficient, score some legitimate points, and not just a little. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of banter going on. We also need to fill with Coach Patton and the new coach coming in some staff continuity and keep moving what's going on. Last thing we need is we go through spring, and I'm not into early commitments, but we got it going on right now. Keep bringing in a bunch of quality kids to see what's going on, because we had a good recruiting class. We want to keep backing that up, and that never stops. So as we're building this year, we're also building 14, 15, 16. So it's a never-ending process of building. It's a lot of energy, and we got a lot of momentum going. All that leading into a chance to see if we can win some games next year, start being a quality program that I think we got a chance to be. Okay? Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.